New details tonight about a large fire at a farm near Sun Prairie yesterday, with fire officials saying a large fire at the Statz Brothers Farm was likely started by a tractor. Just before 4 p.m. on Friday, fire crews responded to the farm, which is located on County Highway V. More than 11 different departments responded with 8+ hours of work to put out the fire and hot spots. Our Andrew Banstra visited the farm today to speak with firefighters about how they were able to take control of that blaze before it spread any further.
As of early afternoon Saturday, you still see a lot of smoke here at Statz Bros Farm, but this whole situation could have been much worse, according to the Sun Prairie Fire Department.
At about 3:45 on Friday afternoon, Sun Prairie's fire department responded to a large fire at Statz Bros Farm. The responding units immediately called for more backup. That's when the scene's commanding officer, Bill Sullivan, went en route.
Initially on scene, we found a storage type building, open-sided on one side so that we had good access to it, but there was definitely a heavy fire.
SPFD says the likely source of ignition was a tractor that had just been used in the fields and was now parked inside that shed. That shed has been deemed a total loss, but it could have been much worse.
So there was a building to the west that was probably separated by 10 feet or so. Luckily, the wind was blowing in the right direction, and we could have a hose line back there to protect, and that was what we were worried about with the cows in that adjacent building.
Sullivan estimated that about 20,000 gallons of water were used to stop the spread. That containment meant no other buildings were damaged, and more importantly, no people or cows were injured.
We could have lost those two adjacent buildings very easily if it wouldn't have been noticed or reported when it did.
On a holiday weekend, 11 fire departments sent help to Sun Prairie, working on the scene for some 8.5 hours.
Being able to get additional help from our neighbors was significant. We would not have been able to pull it off without them.
Thanks to those fast-acting first responders, we were able to avoid complete catastrophe here at Statz Bros Farm. Sending you into a happy new year, wishing you well in Sun Prairie. Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
All right, thank you, Andrew. We did send out a push alert through the Channel 3000 app this afternoon when we learned about the likely cause of the fire. You can download the app for free wherever you get your apps. Just make sure to turn on push notifications so you never miss a breaking story.